Walk-in freezer day today, guys. 30 degrees. Walk-in freezer. No bueno. What the hell is this? This floor is terrible. Alright, well, yeah, immediately. Holy shit, look at this floor. I hope you guys can see that. That is wild. Well, those are all frosted up. Fans obviously aren't moving. Everything's froze up. Drain's nice and warm though, so that's cool, I guess. Can't really tell if our fans are froze up due to ice buildup or if that's the cause of our ice buildup. We'll have to get a ladder and look into that a little bit more. Get right over there in that corner. You see right there, right along that wall? That big, giant open seam with the rust spot next to it. Yeah, that's probably not great. Well, you know what I just noticed too? Ah, there's a door back here. Well, door is closed, so I don't care about that. Kind of peeking around this product. Let's get my light up here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's closed and sealed up best it can be all the way around there. Whatever. That floor is just wild to me. There's got to be so much ice underneath this floor. Right there, it's just heaving right up. Wow, you know, if it's heaving up in the center, I bet the sides of this box aren't sealing properly. Let's check it out. Yeah, don't be scared, guys. Every restaurant looks this way, but look at this threshold. Look at it right there. See that? How it's rising up like that? But look over here. Look all around that wall. The floor is separated from the walls. That is just crazy. I've never seen that before. The actual floor is separated. Or the walls are separated from the floor, but yeah, either way, that's not cool. That's not doing a very good job of sealing anything, is it? I mean, look at that. I can reach right in there. I can reach right into the wall of this freezer. How is that going to maintain proper temperature? So another thing here, guys, if you'll notice, this door doesn't want to close right. Mostly because the way this floor is heaving up, it's pushing up on the outer frame of this box, obviously. You can tell by the edges right there. I mean, look at... I mean, even right there, you can see condensation coming through from, obviously, warm air infiltration. Dude, this box is just shot, man. So yeah, so this door doesn't want to close properly. I mean, I can't even find a flat place to set my ladder. So anyway, our evaps are pretty much freed up with my light. My light was right there. Why don't you guys tell me that? Jerks. Crunch, 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 crunch. Alright, so our evap isn't frosted up as bad as I thought it would be. Which, since our fans aren't going, it leads me to believe that maybe we're low on charge. Because with our condensing unit, or we've just been cycling off on low pressure, I guess. That could be the other thing. But with our fans not going, I would expect to see a lot more ice buildup back here, a lot more frost. I would venture to say that our fans are probably just off on our defrost termination fan delay switch, which I think is going to be over there, maybe on this side, or over there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll bring you guys back here once I figure out a couple things. I stretched my hose out in here for pretty much nothing. So I got my hose ready before I took a peek at the back, assuming that'd be frosted up. But yeah. Let's pop the side panel off and see what we can see. All right. Well, it took me a minute to get this side panel off. You see why? Because it's fucking frozen, like the Ice Age. Bent that a little bit, but that's all right. That'll buff right out. No problem there. So I just took my Widowmaker and just my non-contact voltage detector, just checked all these wires. I don't have any live voltage that I'm aware of, so I'm gonna very gently spray some hot water in here, get as much of that crap out of there as I can, and then yeah, we'll move on and keep, I guess, diving into this mess. This is definitely not going to be a permanent solution whatsoever. Here we are, still melting ice. This entire side panel just packed full of ice. Which, by the way, if you guys don't have one of these wands, get them from Lowe's in the Home and Garden section. It's perfect for this application. Like, I'm just going slow and steady, man. Just letting the water go down the drain. I'm not making a huge mess. You know, it's probably the best way to do a dirty job like this. So go ahead and get yourself one of these. Highly recommend it. Still trying to get to my defrost termination fan delay switch way back there, but a little bit more to go. I got pretty much all the ice out of here. Right down here, guys, this is our heater safety switch, right here, the red one. And then right up here, this sort of yellowish, waxy looking one, that is our defrost termination fan delay. Now, I'm not sure how well you guys can see this, but there. So if you'll notice that lip right there, right on the back side there, where it looks like that yellowish sort of waxy portion of it is coming out of the body of that. So what that usually indicates is that the switch has failed. The defrost termination fan delay has failed. Most likely has moisture inside, and that moisture over time freezes and expands, and it pushes the sealant, whatever that is, the polymer, the waxy looking thing, whatever that is, it pushes it out. And then in doing so, it also interrupts the contacts. I don't know if it actually pushes them out or somehow it keeps the contacts from closing. Obviously, if it's frozen inside, the contacts can't move, and therefore our fans don't come on, which is cool. But we can easily bypass that. And in this situation where we have a heater safety in place, I can bypass that defrost termination, and if worst case scenario my defrost clock seizes up in mid defrost, it won't stay in defrost. Or, well, I mean, it will stay in defrost. But at least our heaters will cycle on and off. Because what I'm going to probably end up doing is bypassing that defrost termination fan delay for now, just to get my fans running. And with this particular customer, this is something we'll have to quote. So, but first, let's get over to the other side and make sure that's all thawed out. That's our TXV side. Not much to see over on this side other than an uninsulated sensing bulb covered in ice, which obviously is not ideal whatsoever. Also our drain line, no insulation around that. I mean, at least throw some foam tape on that bastard. I'd even settle for cork tape at this point. Yeah, this thing's a mess, dude. Just a mess. I mean, honestly, a big picture diagnosis wouldn't even work on this. It's just too big of a job. There's no picture big enough for this deal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna give him a big picture quote, but yeah, I mean, this box alone is just shot, though. I mean, that's my biggest concern. I mean, I got gaps everywhere in this box. Got my defrost termination fan delay bypassed right here, so I essentially just have power going to my fan circuit whenever the evaporator is energized or whenever the cooling circuit is energized. So right after defrost, my fans will come on. That's not ideal, but I want to do that now, just to get them up and running. Also, you'll notice that you didn't see me test that defrost termination fan delay, but just based on experience and how the plug of that is pushed out, I don't trust it. I'm not even going to bother testing it. I'm just going to bypass it and quote it to be replaced. Also, wire nut sealed up nice and tight, and I'm going to point it straight up so it's not going to be upside down, so it can't hold moisture, or as much moisture rather, because I don't want it to fill up like a cup inside that wire nut. Then I'm going to go through and just double check all of my spade connectors, make sure there's nothing rubbing out. Yes, we're going to be quoting, so far we're quoting that defrost termination fan delay. I'll quote to re-insulate that line, the drain line, as well as the sensing bulb over there on the other side. I can't get over this box though. Like, look at that. Tip of the day, guys. Whenever you're washing out an electrical cabinet like this or electrical controls like this, take a shop vac, put the hose on the other side, just blow all the air out, or blow all the water out from around those terminals and everything. It does a pretty good job. Don't put the hose on the sucky side, put it on the blowy side, and then you can blow all the water from around the spade connectors, really decrease the chance of anything shorting out once you turn it on. Remember, no sucky side, blowy side. And blazam, we got blowers. Alright, so next up, let's kind of take a quick peek at the condensing unit up on the roof and see what kind of condition that is in. Alright. This is our glorious walk-in freezer condenser. Of course. One over there too, huh? Alright, hold on. Let me take these out real quick, guys. Yeah, she's rough, man. Of course, we're running HP 80, which I don't have in my truck, which is real stupid. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I mean, really, this whole system needs to be changed out. But here's the issue, guys. I'm not even going to quote to replace the system because that box is in such horrible condition. I don't want the liability of replacing all this equipment and then still having all of these issues with the warm air infiltration. But I guess maybe I'll just talk it over with the customer and kind of let them know my concerns. At the very least, if I notate my concerns and they decide to go against them and just do new equipment instead of a whole new box, you know, that's on them. At least I said my piece. But I mean, to replace this box, I'm standing on top of the walk-in freezer right now. I don't know how much space there is above that walk-in freezer, you know, between the joists and the top of that box. There isn't much, I know, but I don't know what it would cost to even replace that walk-in freezer box inside this restaurant. It's wild to me. So anyway, guys, we're gonna let this thing run. Sight glass is nice and clear. I'm just gonna let this thing run and watch the temperature, because I have a lot of other crap to get to today. All right. Another super sketchy thing over here. So this is their outdoor panel. Not locked, just hanging out right out here out in the open for anybody to play around with. Box temp, according to this crappy thermostat, is 19-ish. I just can't get over that floor, man. So let's see, we're down to about 10 right there. Again, guys, this box, it is what it is. It's not going to be perfect, but we're getting down to temperature. All right, so enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, guys. We'll see you next time right here.